That's weird. I hit the thing to cross and it didn't turn. You know, normally it goes from this, the little red hand, to like a image of somebody walking and it's white. But anyways, that's not why I wanted to shoot this vid. Today is Monday, November 21st, 2022, and it's pardon the noise. That's the traffic from Hiatus Road. That's the main street, or I call it the main street because that's the first street that I can get to that's rather trafficy. That's not a word. I just woke up just recently. I just ran by the store real quick. I gotta get home and I gotta get changed. Number one, I'm still wearing the weekend's outfit, and I gotta get showered and clean. And today, the only thing for gardening, as far as gardening goes, is just water the cassava root. That's supposed to be done daily, which I have not been very consistent with that. I have to change that pattern. I have to change that habit. And yesterday was a good day. I got the mopping done. I still have the bucket because I didn't empty it out yet. I still have to do the Florida room, and the dining room's not much because it's just a big table, so I just have to like mop around it. That really doesn't even really count. And moms and pops are back, so I could, if they want, I could see if they want me to do their bedroom. I would probably make a new bucket for to do it. And like I said yesterday, it would be a good idea to put bleach in the bucket, just for hygienic purposes. The Fabuloso, I don't know if it has any like antibacterial qualities to it. I see a fallen palm frond. These things, when they fall, I would not want to get hit by one of these big boys. I don't know if it looks small on camera, but it's not. These things are pretty big. I have to take them, and sometimes there's ants too. You see all those ants? Yeah. They tend to find places to live where I guess it can be safe. Oh look, we already had one that fell. So this is number 2. So yeah, I'm guessing, I would guess that they find places to live, to set their nests that are relatively safe. I'm sure on a palm tree would be one of them, because they're up high. Barely any, I don't know if ants have any predators. That's a good question. If anybody out there would like to answer that. Do ants have any natural predators? I'm gonna go off and say I'm sure that they do, because they can be consumed, and they have I'm sure some types of macronutrients or nutrients. I'm not gonna try to use fancy words when I don't know anything. And I always put the camera too close. But birds eat worms, so would worms eat ants? I don't know. Let me know. All right, let's go and take care of that cassava root. Okay, I'm here in the garage right now. I'm just opening the door to have it ready for when I fill up the spout. Right there, that's our door to the garage. The mop in the bucket, when I'm done with it, I put it here. You can see the water. It should be replaced. I should just not be lazy and replace it. The water could be used to water the avocado tree. And before anybody thinks about saying, oh, that water is dirty, you should not use that to water a tree. Yeah, well, let me tell you something. If you're outside all day, every day, do you know how much radiation you receive from the sun? I'm pretty confident that the radiation from the sun, the sunlight itself, will kill any and all germs that may or may not be in that water from that bucket. Here we are. I'm just wandering around the cassava root or plant, or yucca plant. I think it's more popular. It's a more popular term. And now, because of my neglection, there are the brown leaves, which, and here are a couple leaves that don't look too great. And overall, even though it looks pretty green, it could look better. So I have to come out here daily. I can't not stress that enough, at least daily, to water it. Now, the next item on the agenda too would be our avocado tree, which I'm going to speak to mom and dad about, because I can only cut on one side, and that's the side that's by the roof right there. As you can see, the tree doesn't go far out into the roof because I've cut it recently. But on this side, on the other side of this fence, this is our neighbors on the other side right here. You see how the tree's going towards on their property? We have to trim it so the tree is just takes up that much space all the way up. Now, at first, last year when that was done, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, this is so counterintuitive. It's gonna, poor tree, we're not gonna get any fruit this year. Those were honestly my thoughts. So I would come out here, I would water it like I'd water the baby ones that are growing out front 3-4 times a week, let's say. You know, I try to do that as consistently as possible. And sure enough, when it was time for it to give fruit this past season, it gave more avocado than it's ever has since we planted this tree. So that only tells me that if you trim the tree properly, it gives it, oops, I just went right into a spider web. If you trim the tree properly, for some reason it gives it more, like, I guess more reason to grow fruit, or it gives it more, it allows it to use its energy for the production of the fruit, as opposed to whatever water it takes in. It uses it instead for just to upkeep the life of the, you know, all the extra leaves and branches. So instead of having to absorb that water just to keep alive the branches and leaves, it uses that water instead to make fruit. And like I said, we had gotten like just 60, and you know, these are Florida avocados. These aren't your typical Mexican. I don't know how they grow in California. If anybody knows, let me know, please. But the Mexican ones, they're smaller, and I used to think they had a little bit more of a taste. Usually when things are smaller, they have more of a taste than when something's huge and bigger. But now it's like barely noticeable. The big ones, they have a nice taste. You know, we get them right off the tree, so they're fresh. We just have to wait for them to ripe, or we have to pull them down when we're pretty sure, you know, like, first we usually normally wait till at least one falls off the tree, then we know that they're pretty much grown to their full size, give or take. And then we start taking them off as needed. What else for today, Monday the 21st? Tomorrow is bulk pickup for where we live, so I have to take out what we were cleaning out last month in here in the garage. We just organized, but we didn't take out the actual garbage that we're gonna take out. So I'm going to do that today, and that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.